Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. You ready for some serious investment talk? Well,
Always.
buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the clean energy market.
Oh, yeah.
Things are seriously heating up.
Yeah. Big time.
We're going to be looking specifically at Constellation Energy,
Right.
ticker symbol CEG.
Okay.
And their stock is on an absolute tear right now.
It's truly remarkable.
It really is.
There are actually two major factors that
Okay.
are really driving this surge
Yeah.
that we're going to unpack today.
Okay.
A strategic acquisition,
Right, yeah.
a series of really lucrative government contracts.
Right, so let's start with the stock performance.
Yeah.
As of January 10th, 2025,
Mm-hmm.
Constellation Energy closed at a whopping $305.19.
Oh,
That's a jump of over 25% in a single trading session.
yeah. That's impressive.
It really is.
And it's not even just a one-day wonder, you know?
Yeah.
If you look over the past year, CEG has seen growth of over 162%.
Wow.
Even in the last 4 weeks alone.
Yeah.
It's up over 25%.
Yeah.
Clearly something big is happening here.
Okay, so let's get into the details a little bit.
Sure.
What's fueling this incredible momentum?
Well, one major factor is Constellation Energy's recent acquisition of Calpine
Okay.
for a cool $16.4 billion.
Wow, $16.4 billion.
This move makes them the single largest
Okay.
clean energy producer in the U.S.
Wow, that's a serious investment. What makes this acquisition so significant?
You know, it's not just about size.
Yeah.
It's about strategic brilliance.
Right.
So Constellation Energy brings its expertise in nuclear power to the table,
Yeah.
while Calpine adds a really diverse portfolio
Okay.
of natural gas, geothermal, and wind assets.
Wow.
So this combination creates a clean energy giant with a truly impressive reach.
So they're not putting all their eggs in one basket, so to speak. They're diversifying their energy sources,
Right.
which is a really smart move, I think, in today's market.
Exactly. And the market reacted immediately.
Oh, wow.
Right after the announcement, CEG's stock jumped
Okay.
by about 23%.
Wow.
A clear sign that investors are excited
Right.
about this move.
Okay.
This acquisition brings a massive 27 gigawatts
Wow.
of generation capacity to Constellation Energy's portfolio.
Okay.
You know, nearly doubling their existing capacity.
That's a game changer.
It is.
But it's not just the acquisition making headlines, is it? Didn't Constellation Energy also secure some major government contracts?
They did.
Okay.
They managed to secure over $1 billion
Wow.
in government contracts,
Wow.
which is a massive vote of confidence from the government
Yeah.
in Constellation Energy's capabilities.
Can you give us some details on those contracts?
Of course. The most significant one
Okay.
is a 10-year deal
Wow.
worth $840 million with the General Services Administration, or GSA,
Right.
to supply power to federal agencies.
Wow.
That's a huge win for Constellation Energy
Yeah.
and demonstrates their growing influence
Right.
in the clean energy sector.
So this isn't just about good PR.
Right.
It's about tangible financial gains.
Yeah.
These contracts directly translate into earnings,
Mhm.
which is something investors always love to see.
Absolutely.
Right.
These contracts are expected to add
Okay.
11 cents per share to earnings in 2025
Right.
and another 12 cents in 2026.
That's a substantial boost to their bottom line,
It is.
demonstrating that they're not just talking the talk.
Right.
They're walking the walk.
Right. These long-term contracts
Ah.
also provide a sense of financial stability for
Okay.
Constellation Energy,
Yeah.
further solidifying their position
Right.
in the clean energy market.
So we've got this powerful combination.
Yeah.
A company with strong financials,
Right.
making a strategic acquisition,
Mm.
and securing these lucrative government contracts.
It's a good mix.
It sounds like a recipe for success.
It really does.
But what does this all mean in the bigger picture of the energy market?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. To really understand
Yeah.
the significance
Yeah.
of these developments,
Yeah.
we need to look at the broader economic context.
Right, because the overall market climate always plays a role.
Exactly.
We can't forget that the Federal Reserve recently cut interest rates by 0.25%,
Right.
which has kind of injected some much-needed optimism
Yeah,
into the equity markets.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And with analysts predicting
Yeah.
around 10% earnings growth in 2025,
Okay.
particularly in sectors like clean energy,
Yeah.
Constellation Energy is perfectly positioned to capitalize on this positive momentum.
So could this be a sign that clean energy is finally hitting the mainstream? Are we witnessing a turning point in the energy market where clean energy is no longer a niche,
Right.
but a major player?
It's certainly a compelling argument.
Yeah.
Constellation Energy's bold moves,
Yeah.
coupled with these favorable market conditions,
Mm-hmm.
suggest that a significant shift is underway
Right.
in the energy landscape.
Yeah.
The demand for clean energy is undeniably growing,
Right.
and Constellation Energy is strategically positioning itself at the forefront of this transformative wave.
It's like they're building an empire, brick by clean energy brick.
Indeed. Their vision and strategic execution are truly remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they really are.
But, it's not just about size and acquisitions.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the nuances of this deal.
Okay.
Calpine brings something unique to the table. They have a very significant presence in the western United States, a region where, Constellation Energy, previously had limited reach.
Okay.
So this expansion opens up new markets and customer bases, allowing Constellation Energy to tap into a wider range of opportunities.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
It's like they've strategically filled in a missing piece of the puzzle, creating a truly comprehensive national presence.
Right.
But even with this impressive expansion, are there any potential challenges or risks that investors should be aware of?
Of course, investing always involves a degree of risk.
Right.
And with an acquisition of this magnitude,
Yeah.
there are bound to be some challenges along the way.
Sure.
One key area to watch is the integration process.
Okay.
Merging two large companies with different cultures and operating procedures can be very complex. It's essential to see how effectively Constellation Energy manages this transition.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like blending two very different recipes. Will the final dish be a culinary masterpiece or a complete disaster?
Exactly.
Only time will tell.
Another important factor to consider is the regulatory landscape.
Right.
Government policies and incentives play a crucial role in the clean energy sector.
Right.
Any changes in these policies could impact Constellation Energy's profitability and long-term growth.
So investors need to keep a close eye on those policy shifts.
Yeah.
It's like the government holds the recipe book.
Exact.
And they could change the ingredients at any time.
Precisely. And of course, we can't forget about competition.
Right.
The clean energy market is attracting a lot of attention and investment.
Right.
Constellation Energy will need to stay ahead of the curve and innovate to maintain its competitive edge.
It's a race to the top of the clean energy mountain.
It is.
And Constellation Energy needs to ensure it doesn't lose its momentum.
Absolutely. But one thing that sets Constellation Energy apart is their diversified approach. They're not solely focused on one type of clean energy.
Right.
They've strategically built a portfolio that includes nuclear, natural gas, geothermal, and wind assets.
That's right. It's like they're building an energy buffet, offering a diverse menu to meet a wide range of customer needs.
This diversification strategy not only caters to different market demands, but also helps them mitigate risks associated with fluctuations in any single energy source.
Right.
It's a smart and forward-thinking approach.
And it seems like Wall Street is taking notice.
It does.
Their recent stock surge is a clear indication of investor confidence.
It is.
But as always, it's crucial for investors to do their due diligence, understand the risks involved, and make informed decisions based on their individual financial goals.
That's sound advice. Don't just jump on the bandwagon because everyone else is.
Right.
Do your homework and invest wisely.
Speaking of homework, what are some key things investors should be paying attention to when evaluating Constellation Energy?
Well, aside from the integration of Calpine and the regulatory landscape, it's essential to monitor their financial performance closely.
Right.
Look at their earnings reports, debt levels, and cash flow. These metrics will provide insights into their financial health and stability.
Those are definitely important factors to consider. But beyond the numbers, what does this all mean for the average person who isn't a Wall Street analyst? How does this impact our daily lives?
That's a great question. While it's easy to get caught up in the financial aspects, it's crucial to remember that Constellation Energy's actions have real-world implications. Their commitment to clean energy could lead to a cleaner environment, reduced carbon emissions, and a more sustainable future for generations to come.
So it's not just about profits. It's about making a positive impact on the world.
Exactly. And as consumers, we have the power to support companies like Constellation Energy by choosing clean energy options whenever possible.
It's like voting with our wallets. Supporting companies that align with our values.
That's a powerful way to put it. Every choice we make as consumers can contribute to a more sustainable future.
This has been an incredibly insightful discussion.
It has been.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From Constellation Energy's soaring stock price to their massive acquisition of Calpine. And those lucrative government contracts. We've also explored the broader market context, the potential shift towards clean energy, and what it all means. For investors and everyday consumers, it really feels like we're at a pivotal moment in the energy sector. Constellation Energy is making these bold moves.
They are.
And it's clear that clean energy is gaining some serious momentum.
Absolutely. It's no longer a niche market. It's becoming a dominant force in the energy landscape. And, you know, companies that embrace this change will thrive.
It's like the saying goes, adapt or die. But in this case, it's more like adapt and conquer.
Well said. Constellation Energy is certainly taking that approach to heart. They're not just riding the wave of change. They're actively shaping it.
And their strategy seems to be working.
It does.
They've got the financials, the market momentum, and a clear vision for the future.
They're also demonstrating that clean energy can be a profitable investment, which is attracting more investors and driving further growth in the sector.
It's a win-win situation. Good for the planet and good for business.
Exactly. And as this trend continues, we can expect to see even more innovation and investment in clean energy technologies.
So what's your final takeaway for our listeners today? What should they be thinking about as they consider investing in this exciting sector?
I think the key takeaway here is that the clean energy revolution is here. And it's only going to accelerate from here. Companies like Constellation Energy are leading the charge. And investors have a unique opportunity to be part of this transformative shift.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
So if you're interested in learning more about clean energy investing, be sure to do your research, consider your risk tolerance, and make informed decisions based on your individual financial goals.
And don't forget to stay informed about the latest developments in the sector. Things are changing rapidly, and it's essential to stay ahead of the curve.
This has been an incredible discussion.
It has.
Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights.
It's been my pleasure.
For all of our listeners out there, be sure to subscribe to Investing Talk Podcast. So you don't miss any of our future episodes. And if you enjoyed today's discussion, please share it with your friends and family. Leave a comment below. And let us know your thoughts on Constellation Energy, the future of clean energy, or any other topics you'd like us to cover. Until next time, happy investing.